One is like this reclaiming of the body and coming home to the body, intuition, the magic that lives within us, and our body parts and such. I think that's the foundation that I wish all humans had. And I think the majority of humans don't have that at all.
Mm,
Like, seriously, like I tell my students all the time when they're like ragging themselves, they're like, I'm not doing enough, I'm not good enough. No, no, no. And I'm like, the amount of people who will never, ever talk to their body in a positive
mm,
way or meet their pussy in a way that is honoring it or
mm,
try to talk to their body at all, the idea that their body has any consciousness, the amount of people who will never access that is like huge, the huge, huge
mm.
amount. And so when I look at tantric philosophy and principles, and then I also study like indigenous sciences, and then I also look at Western neuroscience, like the modern, how we mostly like have been sold that the Western way of looking at science is the way to have all our knowledge. I believe in blending all of it. And I also then believe in seeing the colonialism of it.
Mm,
And when we look at colonialism and we look at science, we can see how influenced it is by the church and how the church only sees sex and pleasure for baby making. And
sure.
therefore, it would leave out like, how does our nervous systems actually exist? And then you see that bigger umbrella picture of the oppressive systems and how gender is manipulated in that specifically, and how third genders or other genders other than the binary were specifically manipulated and taken out of society because of a tactic of controlling the people who give birth and the people who give like body wisdom and, the witches, medicine women, these kinds of things. So when I can see the political part of it, we have to be careful when we get into a way of seeing gender in this like closed box of I only see it this way. In my school, I don't work with cis hetero men. I don't work with cis men in general because they are socialized in such a way that they end up having very different problems and they can create a lot of unsafety in the marginalized groups that I do work with.
Right.
And so a lot of trans women I know, that big part of their journey is about claiming being a woman, and they don't want to be asked their pronouns and these kinds of things because they are very much so woman full stop, right? And they've been denied the existence of certain things in their story because of how they were born in their biology. And they essentially also get so much marginalization and oppression, right? Like we're attacking like less than 1% of the population
It's a
in,
lot of airtime for the
yeah,
number of people.
how obsessed they are with them when it's like, okay, we should be knocking down billionaires. Like, so we have to look at what is our base values and who do we include in that base value. I do include men in some of things I've done, and I've done like partnered work. I've done sex parties where that's co-ed and these kinds of things. So there is different spaces. Like specifically my school is designed around like pussy wisdom.
Mm.
You don't have to have a pussy to have pussy wisdom, but you have to be identifying in pussy wisdom.